What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, or Skyrim Special Edition. Anyways, when we left off in the last episode, we were in the Bleak Falls Barrow and took on the gigantic frost spider. I guess it's not gigantic. I mean, he's pretty big. That's a big spider. But, I actually don't think there's any, like, giant spiders bigger than that or whatever. I mean, obviously they can do bigger monsters if there's, like, dragons and things, so I don't know if there's any random quest that I never managed to get or something like that that has something bigger. I think that's the biggest ones. So we got the claw. The claw. Where is it? The golden claw. We got this guy and the journal in the last episode. And actually ran across some Draugs, or whatever they're called. I forget their name. Draugr? I guess. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. Look out for the pressure plate. It's not a fun day for anyone. I've been playing too much Dragon Quest Builders out. I hit the circle button to jump just now. Alright. Whoa! I'm still trying to weigh... Oh, I'm stuck on something. What am I stuck on? I'm still trying to weigh whether it's... Oh! I did not see that coming. Oh, that was kind of funny. I really didn't mean to do that. I mean, I'm glad I could survive that. Otherwise, that would have been kind of bad. A couple of people noted that I did it again. Come on. Come on. Back this way. That's it. Oh, that never gets old. Oops, I didn't mean to take that. What did I take? I took his bow. I don't want that. That was funny. Okay. A couple of people mentioned, though, that I'm probably healing too much, and that's probably why I'm running out of magic more, which does make sense. I tend to heal a lot because, well, health. I mean, it's never a bad thing. But mainly it's because, like I mentioned before, I primarily used weapons or bound weapons. Ooh, there's a chest. Or something to that effect in my usual builds. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. So I kind of primarily focused my magic on healing because my weapons were doing the offense. Woohoo! Ouch! Alright, let's just not do that anymore. So I'm kind of used to using it non-sparingly because it never really ran out before. But now that my weapons are based on magic too with spells, it's kind of causing me to overuse, I guess, my spells. Now, the one thing that I'm not sure about with fire, or well, I guess with any offensive spells really, is I'm not really sure if it's worth sitting and holding on them. Like, for example, let me loot this guy. Like this, where you're just sitting here burning them. I don't know if that's actually doing any extra damage, or if I should just be bursting. Now, I do see these traps and stuff here. I want to kind of aggro these guys. And get them to come back. And then do that. There we go. Burn, baby, burn. But it's kind of one of those, once you light them on fire, they take extra burn damage. So I don't really know if it's better to just sit there and hold it on them, or if it's better to just light them up and let them cook for a second and then, you know. So I'm still kind of getting the feel of that. And I know eventually when we upgrade our spells, a lot of the later spells aren't actually held on anything, you kind of just cast them. which in some ways I guess would be a little bit more, I don't know, useful, I guess, or easier to use, because you wouldn't have to worry about should I keep it held on them, or what am I doing? Okay. We should be pretty close. I also need to see, you know, now that I think about it, I tend to use fire a lot because it does extra damage. But I'm wondering, because these guys use melee weapons and stamina, I wonder if it's better to freeze them or not. Probably not, because being dead, they're going to be resistant to frost. I didn't really think about that. But yeah, I thought that was kind of an interesting balance that they struck with this one, where cold does damage and then reduces stamina. Lightning or spark does damage and reduces magicka, so it's very useful against mages to use lightning. Or spark, whatever they call it. And then fire doesn't reduce either of them, but it just does extra damage. So I kind of always ended up going with fire because, well, extra damage. And like I said, if there was somebody like a mage, or, like I said, on occasion, if I was fighting like a two-handed melee person or something, I might use frost to reduce their stamina so they can't do power attacks, which is useful. But overall, I normally, other than mages using lightning to drain their magic, fire tends to be my go-to one. But I do want to get into some other stuff, like Conjuration is a very interesting school, particularly for people like me, because it was actually brought up about a couple of ways we could play this and how to use your companions, and I was like, companions, yeah, I never do that. In like Fallout, Elder Scrolls, just all of them, I never use like the buddies that you can get, kind of thing. Not really for any particular reason, just never cared for him. I know a lot of people that use them as pack mules, basically, but yeah, I never really used them. So for me, I like the Conjuration School for a couple of reasons. One, you could do bound weapons, which, like I said, takes some of the magic off of your offense if you can just cast it and then use your weapon. But the general consensus so far has been to use that as a last-ditch secondary weapon, but primarily try and keep it pure mage, which is cool. That's fine. I'll probably use a bound bow for like stealth attacks or something if I want to, or something, if the need arises. All right, now this guy, he's going to be a bit of an issue because he's a restless one, which they do a bit more. So I am interested to see how all this ends up playing out with the whole mage thing. Woo! Particularly because I never really used a lot of offensive spells, so I'm interested to see how it'll... No, you don't. Like runes. For example, right now I could be throwing fire runes down and letting him walk into them. And I don't think I've used I don't think I've used any runes, like, ever. So there's that. So I'm curious to see how all of it kind of plays out. Oh, come on, I'm right there. I hate that. Thank you. Yeah, we'll take all that. Did I level up? No, I did not. Alright. Okay. Now, pretty soon we should be coming across the door that we need to use the claw for. Did I just step on a trap? Oh, there it is. I was like, wait a minute. This is probably one of the few places where that whirlwind sprint shout actually comes in handy, because you could just, like, just shout your way through the door. Ow! Stop that. I really need to put on oak flesh, too. Oh, I backed in. Oh, that was bad. That was a bad idea. Trying not to overheal. Boom! Oh, archer. Hey! Oh, that didn't do anything. Woo! Burn, baby, burn. Alright. Whew. Yeah, so I'm probably going to try and stick to fully healing when I'm out of combat. And probably trying to get a little better on not doing as much of that when things are trying to kill me. It's hard, though, because it is kind of one of those, like, if they don't kill you, you have a higher chance of not dying. I mean, just let that sink in for a minute. So, it is a little harder when you see your health going down not to heal or run away or whatever. I do need to probably start using oak flesh a bit more before I get into combat, though, because that raises... kind of negates some of not wearing, like, heavy armor and stuff. Alteration is another really interesting school that in all the games have been kind of... just... They do some weird stuff that you don't always use, but some of the spells are just kind of like, huh, that's interesting. I'll never forget, I actually really liked that in Morrowind. Wait, that might have been Mysticism. That might have been Mysticism. That you could do levitation and water breathing and stuff. Alright, so here's where we use the claw. So as the little book thing implies, when you hold the claw, it's in the palm of your hand. So you need the bear, butterfly, and owl, I guess, is what that is? I don't know. Okay, that looks right. And then the claw. It's kind of a cool mechanic, actually. I think that's pretty neat. Alright. Let's do this. Now there's a bunch of these other graves, but I don't think anybody else is in here. I think it's pretty much... That's a cool shot. I love stuff like that. That's pretty neat. Alright. Boom. Can I hurt him from this? Oh crap, I didn't do it. Oh wow, that uses a lot. Did not think that through. Well, that sucks. Did not think that through at all. Well, I mean I did, but I didn't actually take the time to add up how much that would cost. So we're just going to run away. I mean, luckily he uses a sword. So... And shouts. Now, if this guy was an archer or a mage, that would be bad. Want to play Ring Around the Coffin? Huh? Let's go. Oh, dude. Sent that scroll flying. Actually, we're not doing terribly. Could you imagine if this was actually taking place in a real battle, though? If you were a sword wielder, you'd be so mad. Be like, get over here! Stop running around! But I often think of the phrase, I often think of the first Pirates of the Caribbean with Jack Sparrow, you know? You ignored the rules of engagement in a fair fight, I'd kill you. Well, that's not much of an incentive for me to fight fair now, is it? Alright. Dragonstone, which is what the wizard guy was looking for. We're gonna take that one, I guess. Because why not? That one's actually worth something. And I actually had never thought about it before, but I read a Reddit post or something like that. It was actually talking about how you can make a ton of money in Skyrim by basically alchemy, because potions, like the values of them are very high and they don't weigh a lot kind of thing. So it often advocated for basically just doing alchemy just so that you can go sell the potions. It really wasn't for anything in particular. Alright, I got too much crap on me. Let's see. I do wish that they added some of the features that you can get through mods, like the, that's only 4? What is this? 25? Nah. Okay, that's that. Iron armor. Eesh. Iron is so heavy. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, and that's right, we leveled up. Let's do that. Alright, so we have the first destruction to make it easier. Dual casting makes a powerful version. That's really cool and useful, though I do think... Where's my restoration? Cast novice. I think I'm going to go with this one for now, so that when I decide to heal things, it's not going to be as much of a hit on my magic resources. It's kind of one of those, like, there's merit to pulling all of your points into one school, but I kind of like to balance a little bit between... I'm not a pure... I don't like the glass cannon type builds. This is creepy. Where, like, you can do damage, just nobody touch you, because you'll die, kind of thing. I'm not as big of a fan of that as being able to make not so much of a punch, but be able to take punches as well. Alright. So, now, we need to go back to... technically, I'm going to go back to Riverwood first. We're going to sell some stuff and give the guy his claw back. Alright. So here we are back at the general store.
Don't let my sister do anything foolish. You found it! There it is! Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Alright. So there's that. Now,
it means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you.
Now, in the, I'm gonna address this.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
I look sick? Oh, that's right, that stupid rat. But it actually doesn't seem like anybody really cares if we kind of put the cat in cat burglar kind of thing.
You're a strapping young man. Don't be a stranger.
Weird. Let's see if I can get... I don't think I'm very good at sneaking at the moment. So...
You're not from around here.
Oh, that's right. I meant to sell him stuff. So we'll probably steal some things from time to time.
Thank you so much for taking
Just
care
saying. I'd kind of like to get that claw because I always like making a collection of the claws because there's a lot more of them out in the world. So, but yeah, we'll probably do that. Oh, they don't have a value here. Bummer. So I'm going to sell some things, clear out the inventory, and then we'll head over to Dragon's Reach in Whiterun, and we'll give them the tablet and keep going. Alright, so we are back here in Whiterun.
An adventurer like you, and I took an arrow in the knee.
You know what's funny? That's such a meme, and I have only heard it a few times actually in-game, so it's kind of ironic actually.
See? The terminology is clearly first era or even earlier. I'm convinced this is a copy of a much older text. perhaps dating to just after the Dragon War. If so, I could use this to cross-reference the names with other later texts.
Good. I'm glad you're making progress. My employers are anxious to have some tangible answers.
Oh, have no fear. The Jarl himself has finally taken an interest, so I'm now able to devote most of my time to this research.
Time is running, Farengar, don't forget. This isn't some theoretical question. Dragons have come back.
Yes, don't worry. Although the chance to see a living dragon up close would be tremendously valuable. Now, let me show you something else I found. Very intriguing. I think your employers may be interested as well. Ah, yes, the Jarl's protege. Back from Bleak Falls Barrow. You didn't die, it seems.
Actually, I'm a ghost.
The Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way. That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim. My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork. She discovered its location by means she has so far declined to share with me.
Yeah, who is
So your
this?
information
I
was
don't remember
correct
her at
that
all.
way. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into Bleak Falls Barrow and got that? Nice work. Just send me a copy when you've deciphered it.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it.
And by the way, I have followed that other Delphine and talked to her before, and she doesn't really tell you who she is. I don't remember her at all. So I don't really know how she ends up being related to all this.
Watchtower?
Yes, my lord. Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, we better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
I envy you the chance to see this dragon up close.
Yeah, until it starts breathing fire.
I've seen you helping the Jarl. If only all visitors to Whiterun were as noble.
Alrighty, let's get this show on the road. Okay, so I guess we're going down to the gate. Oh, and I did equip for bracers or gloves or something. Bracers and shoes, because they were actually better than the two that I had. I'd been carrying them around for, like, no reason, apparently. I do always get frustrated with games like this where you're supposed to follow somebody and they walk in an unusual speed. It's like, if you push forward on the stick, you're gonna run past them, and if you like walk, they're gonna outrun you. It's really annoying. It's like, just make them walk at full speed.
Here's the situation. A dragon is attacking the western watchtower.
A dragon? Now we're in for it.
You heard right.
Now we're in for it.
I don't much care where it came from or who sent it. What I do know is that it's made the mistake of attacking Whiterun.
But Housecarl, how could we fight a dragon?
That's a fair question. None of us have ever seen a dragon before, or expected to face one in battle.
Weapons are a good choice.
But we are honor-bound to fight it, even if we fail. This dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourselves Nords if you ran from this monster? Are you going to let me face this thing alone?
Yep.
No, Housecarl.
We're so dead.
At stake here. Think of it. The first dragon seen in Skyrim since the last age.
Second dragon.
The glory of killing it is ours.
I mean, I saw the
If
first
you're
dragon.
with me. Now, what do you say? Shall we go kill us a dragon?
Yeah.
Right. Let's move out.
Yeah. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm just brimming with confidence. Now that these guys are helping. I just love that one guy. We are so dead. That was great. I don't remember him saying that before. I have to admit, I've played this a lot, but I never really did a whole... I mean, I did like the main quest like once, and then the rest of the time it was always just having fun and doing other stuff. So I don't really remember a ton about the main quest as in terms of actual events and dialogues and things like that. There's other of the faction quests that I've done multiple times, so I'm kind of like familiar with them. But the main one, I don't know. I just never really repeated it very often.
This was as stupid as our feud with Clan Greymane.
I don't know how stupid that is, but I'll take your word for it. I'm also not sure exactly if I'm gonna use magic. I don't really know what magic would be best to use on a dragon. Like we talked about before, I know fire does extra damage, but if he has fire resistance, I don't know, maybe cold would be better? I guess I'll just have to wait and see, because I don't know if this dragon is always the same one, or if now that you're out in the real world, if they randomly spawn it or not. Because I'm fairly sure that dragons are random in the game. But I don't know if because this is part of the main quest, if you get the same dragon every time instead. Where are we going? Where are we going? Okay. I'll just take the lead, I guess. She'll figure it out eventually.
No signs of any dragon right now, but it sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened, and if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors.
Let's go with Frost for a minute. Oh, I should probably do this one too. I'll wait till he shows up, and then we'll do that. Because I don't want to waste the magic and then have it run out. Whoa!
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Godwin, what happened here? Where's this dragon? Quickly now!
I don't know. Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again.
Here he comes! Find cover and make every arrow count!
Where? Exactly? Oh, there he is. Yeah, you know, just kill him. So this is gonna be kind of new. I've never actually gone up against a dragon with straight magic before. Okay, so he has fire. So maybe he won't like cold. Come here, dragon. Oh, ow. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. I wonder, since dragons use something other than magic, like they're actually using their voice, I wonder if Spark would do anything to them in terms of reducing their energy or anything. I don't think it will. Come on, he's almost dead. Ah, ha 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 ha.
Let's make sure that overgrown lizard is really dead. Good shooting, boys. Everybody, get back!
That would be kind of weird. You're like, yay, I killed a dragon. Oh, wait, what's it doing? I love how it has Whiterun guard armor. Okay. Let's do this here. I guess I can shout.
You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power.
I'd be like, I don't know.
Well, you can shout now. You couldn't before, right? That can only mean one thing. You must be Dragonborn.
Dragonborn? What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories.
I feel like he just explained what he was talking about.
Those born with the dragon blood in them. Like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
What do you say, Irleth? You're being awfully quiet. Come on, Irleth. Tell us. Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about.
Probably.
Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know you can kill him. But I don't need some mythical dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl. You ain't the norm.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
I feel like he just ignored everything she just told him. Alright, so I think that's going to wrap things up here for this episode. Next, we will probably wrap this one up back at Dragon's Reach, and then maybe move on to the Mage Guild quest, is kind of what I'm thinking. So,
it's the hairiest fight I've ever been in, and I've been in more than a few. I don't know about this Dragonborn business, but I'm sure glad you're with us. You better get back to Whiterun right away. Jarl Balgruuf will want to know what happened here.
So yeah, we're going to wrap things up here. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!